They really think they'll be able to propagandize the world into liking Israel again. It's cute how the Zionists think they'll be able to manipulate and propagandize the world into liking Israel again. Yeah, saturate all online platforms with weird-faced influencers telling us Israel is awesome. That'll make us forget those years of genocidal atrocities. Sure, buy up the social media platforms that young people are using so you can censor criticism of Israel. That'll convince them that Zionism is cool. Go on, take control of CBS and make Bari Weiss the boss. That'll make us forget all those videos of mutilated Palestinian children. Right. Use Zionist oligarchs and influence operations to manipulate governments and institutions into crushing free speech, which opposes a genocidal apartheid state. That'll get everyone supporting the genocidal apartheid state. Propaganda is an effective tool of mass-scale psychological manipulation, but it isn't magic. It isn't going to miraculously erase what people know in their bones to be true. In order to successfully propagandize people, you need to first get them to trust you, and then you need to feed them narratives which appeal to the cognitive biases they already hold. Nobody trusts Israel apologia anymore, and people's biases are now stacked squarely against the Zionist entity. They've got nothing to work with and nowhere to start from. If a coworker you hate came up to you and started stealing stuff off your desk while telling you he's your friend and that he would never steal from you, you're not going to believe him no matter how many words he says to you. No matter how skillful a manipulator he is, no matter how eloquent his words are, nothing he says will trump your first-hand observations of your material reality. That's what it's like at this point. They're trying to throw a bunch of language at us in order to convince us that we haven't seen what we've seen, haven't experienced what we've experienced, and don't know what we know. And they assume it'll work because the language they're throwing at us is being circulated in high volumes and costs a lot of money. It won't work, though. Even if propaganda could convince us that we haven't seen what we've seen and don't know what we know, propaganda only works if you don't know it's happening to you. These past 2 years have made even relatively apolitical members of the public acutely aware that there is an aggressive campaign to manipulate their perception of the state of Israel, and that anyone pushing them to support that state is untrustworthy. Nobody's going to buy into the propaganda if they don't trust the source. Now that everyone's aware that Israel is paying influencers $7,000 per post to churn out propaganda on its behalf, whenever you see a video online of some young social media savvy personality promoting pro-Israel narratives, you see their replies flooded with memes and jokes about their $7,000 jackpot. From now on, whenever some sunglasses-wearing zillennial shows up going, "Israel is surrounded on all sides by Islamo-fascists and you think Jews are the problem? No babe, walk with me." Everyone's going to go, "Found one of those $7,000 posts." It just doesn't work. Psychological manipulation only goes so far. There's only so much that clever language can do to decouple someone's mind from their direct experience of material reality. This is where Israel went wrong in alienating the liberal Zionists. They needed people at the table who understood how normal human beings think, who could help the Israel Project walk the delicate line between apartheid abuses papered over with propaganda and full-scale abuses which could alienate the world. Instead, they decided to go all in with the Smotriches and Ben-Gvirs, trusting that the propaganda machine which had served them so well all those decades would continue to carry them through any international upset they might cause. It hasn't turned out that way. The world's eyes are open to what Israel is, and they are never going to close again. You can't take off the Mickey Mouse mask, show the kids the snarling Freddy Krueger face underneath it, and then put the mask on and hope they start calling you Mickey again. Nobody's going to forget what you showed them.